Willie D Live.
What's up, family? As you know, Karmelo Anthony is currently in prison serving a 35-year sentence for killing Austin Metcalf at an April 2nd, 2025 track meet in Frisco, Texas. I got 10 reasons why Karmelo is going to get a new trial. Yeah, fam. I want you to check this out. That's Karmelo there, and this is the guy that he is accused of killing, Austin Metcalf. I got 10 reasons why Karmelo Anthony is going to receive a new trial. These include some of the most common legal arguments that defense attorneys tend to make after convictions. Let's get into the first one. Jury selection problems. They dismissed 3 qualified, educated Black jurors from the jury selection. 3. Not one Black person on the jury whatsoever. Not one in a racially charged case. That is problematic. That screams unfairness, that screams biasness, and that screams corruption. That's right, I said it. Improper admission or exclusion of evidence. Family, the defense attorney, I do believe he sold Karmelo out. This dude is the worst of the worst type of human being. He took the money from the family and he sold out Karmelo Anthony. There was some arguments out there about Karmelo Anthony's family hiring a public defender after they received the donations. That was totally false, 100% false. In fact, the attorney that we're talking about, this guy actually performed like a court-appointed lawyer. He performed like someone who gets his checks from the same place that the judge and the prosecutor get their checks, right? Because they're all in the same game, man. Court-appointed lawyers, you want to avoid them by any means necessary. Every now and then, you might get one that's on the up and up. But the majority of them are there to make you take some type of deal, get you some paperwork, get you I don't care if you did it or not. They don't even care about that. You know what they're going to tell you? Well, I believe you, but it's going to be hard for them to believe you, man. I mean, think about it. You're a Black male, and you're probably going to have a majority white jury. The judge, you don't really understand, he didn't come from your background, and then, you hit him with the proverbial, well, what would you do if it was you? If it was me, I'd take the deal. And just like that, you just signed off on 5 years, or you just got yourself some probation when you was innocent, or you signed for 30 years when if you would have had a paid attorney, maybe that case, you would have ended up with a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, but not 30 years. You dig? Prosecutorial misconduct. It is alleged that the DA is friends with Jeff Metcalf. Who is Jeff Metcalf? The deceased father. It is also alleged that the father is friends with the judge. Like, this is a whole good old boy system. And I suspect that even the defense attorney is cool with at least one of them. Also, worth noting, the prosecution's office, the DA's office, recently settled a case, a lawsuit for discrimination, sexual harassment, and other charges in October of 2025. So they wanted to make sure that they got that out of the way before they started the Karmelo Anthony trial. You have judicial error. The defense could argue that the judge made incorrect legal rulings during the trial that affected the outcome. There was many people who said that the judge was striking down everything in Karmelo's favor. Didn't give Karmelo Anthony side no action. The judge could pretty much, if the judge does that, and how the judge communicates with the jury, that could have a significant impact on jurors, because the average juror it's not like you have professional jurors. The average juror is performing jury duty maybe once or twice in a lifetime. But so when they go on that stand, or when they go into that courthouse, they're counting on these legal people, the experts, to tell them what to do, to guide them, right? They get to make the decision, the final decision, but they're looking for guidance from the experts, the people who they put in front of them. The people who go in front of them are not the defense. It's not the defense side. It is all offense. It is the DA. The DA instructs them. The DA talks to them and tries to butter them up and befriend them and all of that kind of stuff, right? And the judge tries to, they listen to the judge, because after all, it's his courtroom. And if the judge say, hey, you can't do this and you can do this and do this, and I want you to be sequestered and all that kind of stuff, they're going to do it. So they're going to give those people the benefit of doubt because they are the professional, they are the experts, right? You have insufficient evidence. That's self-explanatory, because an appeal can argue the prosecution failed to prove guilt beyond reasonable doubt. That's based on the evidence that was presented. You had incorrect jury instructions. So I don't know what that looks like, but that could be an argument that they could raise. They definitely had ineffective assistance of counsel. Totally ineffective. I can't stress enough how ineffective this bum was. Constitutional violations. These are claims that involve due process, equal protection, unlawful searches, coerced statements, or violations of the Fifth or Sixth Amendments, and these things are common appeal grounds. I've heard that they have forced people to testify and also denied people who had information that could have exonerated Karmelo Anthony to be quiet. They're like, okay, what's your story? Okay, what did you see? Well, I saw, and then Karmelo was running like he was really scared. Okay, don't worry about it. Hey, we'll get back with you. And they never called him back. Yeah. You got sentencing errors, okay? The defense can argue, they can challenge the sentence itself as excessive, unlawful, or improperly calculated. This is what I was saying about that 5 to 99 and giving Karmelo 35 years. The 5 is supposed to represent somebody who is redeemable, somebody who is a community asset, or who had been a community asset up to that point. Somebody who has a very limited criminal history or no criminal history at all. Someone otherwise who might be a model citizen. Karmelo Anthony, 3.7 GPA. Karmelo Anthony, a model student, a model kid, never been in trouble with the law, saved another human being's life. If he don't qualify for the low end of 5 years, who in the hell does? If he don't qualify for the 5 years, you might as well take it off the records. And then you got newly discovered evidence, which is extremely important to this case. Because at the end of the day, not only was evidence suppressed, evidence was omitted. And it's going to be hard for the prosecution to get around that. They pretty much ran this case like a good old boy thing. You know, this is our thing. We run it. We do what we want to do. And you can't do anything about it because we got all of the power. This is our county. This is our city. This is our town. We run the sheriff's department. We run the DA's office. We run the schools. We run the stadiums. We run all of this. So where you going to go if we got a problem with you? Where are you going to go to get some justice? Where will you go? Who can you turn to for help? Where can you go? So they absolutely are going to have to be forced to give Karmelo Anthony a new trial. And I really don't think they're going to want to do that. I think that they'll probably do some type of reduced sentencing, and Karmelo might end up walking away with time served after doing some small amount of time. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that he absolutely, that evidence that was suppressed is absolutely going to surface. It's too many people who saw the video who says that Karmelo Anthony was actually running for his life. He didn't just stand there and the dude walked up to him and pushed him and then he pulled out a knife. They said that several boys jumped Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony took off, first running upwards, up the stadium stairs. They gave chase. And then he went down and he fell. And they came after him. So he was running away from this. They tried to make it seem like he was just standing. Another thing, the knife. They keep saying, well, what you got a knife for at a track meet? It was not a knife. It was not just a knife. It was a utility. It was a utility knife, which means that it's multi-purpose use. Nobody's using a utility knife going around saying, you know what, I'm going to get him. I'm going to go kill him. I'm going to kill anybody that mess with me with my utility knife. If his intent was really to kill, to harm somebody, he would have absolutely gotten a real knife, like most people would. Smart kid too. So he absolutely would have gotten a real knife or do what the other students are doing today. He would have taken a gun. But y'all don't want to hear that part. No more talk.